RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Barry Macias, professional, independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All of your protection under one roof.
We are live at Public School Stadium in Alton for the final season opener of the first week of the high school football season, featuring the Marquette Explorers and the Priory Rebels of St. Louis. Hi again, everybody. My name is Sam Stem, alongside the Hall of Famer John Rogers, and it's another season of Marquette football. Some changes this year, Coach. A new conference, the Prairie State Conference, after Marquette spent the last 19 years in the South Central Conference, and a relatively new opponent in Priory of St. Louis, although Marquette and Priory have played a couple of times in the distant past. So distant that you coached one of those games.
I did?
That's what they tell me. You don't remember.
No, I don't.
Well, that's what I've been told. But nonetheless, Priory makes the trip here to Alton to take on the Explorers here in the season opener. The Priory Rebels last year 6-5 on the season. Marquette, of course, was 7-3, bowing out in the first round of the IHSA playoffs. Marquette playing its fifth season under the tutelage of head coach Tim Nelson, and we'll see some familiar faces down on the field here tonight, but we'll see some new players as well, which is the norm in high school football. But the Explorers in this new conference, Marquette the odds-on favorite to win the Prairie State, but they don't play a conference game until week 3. This is a non-conference game, and then next week Marquette will welcome Quincy Notre Dame, and the fact of the matter is their two toughest opponents are going to be in weeks 1 and 2.
Well, that bodes well for the Explorers, although they may lose both of them. But the thing is that you're playing top-notch quality schools, and if you have any hopes of getting to the playoffs, those are the type of schools that you're going to end up with.
And there's something to be said by playing a couple other Catholic schools. It's been a while since Marquette played a Catholic school, going back to the late 90s when they played Mater Dei on a regular basis. And once the South Central expanded its format to, in essence, a 9-game conference season, there were no non-conference opponents, no other Catholic schools. So that's kind of an added bonus here tonight as well. So the Explorers won the opening toss of the coin. They elected to defer their choice until the start of the second half, and that means the Priory Rebels will have the first possession. By the way, you're in tune to WBGZ Alton about 5 minutes after 7 o'clock, just a little late getting started here tonight because the Priory bus broke down on the way over, so they were a little late in arriving, and they were given a little bit of extra time to warm up.
It must have been a Catholic bus.
It was a Catholic bus. And so now we're set to get things underway. The Explorers tee the ball at their own 40-yard line. Brogan Fisher will kick it away. And Priory in white jerseys, white helmets, blue pants. Marquette in blue jerseys, white pants, and, of course, the silver helmets. And Brogan Fisher runs up and boots it away, and it will be returned from the 12 out across the 15 to the 20 to the 25 to the 30, and finally the return man hit as he crosses the 35 out to about the 37-yard line. On the return for the Rebels was Drew Callahan, a junior. They've got a senior quarterback and a senior running back, and during warm-ups they were in a spread formation, so we might see the football flying a bit. Their senior quarterback, David Nogalski, and their senior running back, Thomas Raybuck, both co-captains on this team. Raybuck, I'm told, rushed for over 1,200 yards last season, and Nogalski starts in the shotgun with Raybuck to his side, and he turns and keeps it himself after faking the handoff to Raybuck, and Nogalski crosses the 40 and takes it out to the 42-yard line, a gain of about 4 on that carry for the quarterback.
And tackles by A.J. Lipka, one of the bigger boys on the Marquette front line. He's 6 foot, 289, senior.
Second down and 6 for the Rebels from their own 42-yard line on the game's opening possession. A pair of receivers to the left side, another receiver wide right. In the shotgun, Nogowski puts a man in motion to the right side and turns and gives it to Raybuck right up the gut. He moves the pile out across the 45-yard line to the 47, almost the 48-yard line, and he'll be very, very close to a first down. He was hit at about the 44 and just moved the pile for 4 yards. He gained 5 on that carry, and it's going to be 3rd and 1. A powerful runner there. So 3rd and short for the Rebels. Priory of St. Louis. And now they send 2 receivers to the right side, another man wide left. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. He fakes a handoff, now swings it out to the left side, completes it for first down yardage and then some inside the Marquette 40, down to the Marquette 39. That'll go as a gain of 13 on the completion to John Rhodes. Just a little swing pass out of the backfield, good for the first down of the night.
And the tackle was by Danny Holtz, my neighbor.
I'm sure he has good things to say about you.
He never comes around, just like it used to be.
1st and 10, Rebels at the Marquette 39-yard line. Receivers left and right. From the shotgun, here is the give, and the ball is loose. Marquette says they have it. Let's see what the officials say. And the Explorers have recovered the first turnover of the night. And it stops the Priory drive, and the Explorers will take over at their own 39-yard line.
Looked like David Drysdale, a junior, 6'2", 210, made the recovery.
So now the Explorer offense will make its first appearance of the season. 10-12 remaining in the first quarter. And so after the initial first down of the game on the first down play, Priory turns it over. And Jack Miller, the senior quarterback, leads the Explorers out onto the field. Miller saw some action at quarterback each of the last 2 years. But the full-fledged starter for the first time here as a senior at Marquette opens in a spread with Miller in the pistol. He sends a man in motion to the left side, and Miller keeps it himself. Now pitches back, and it's Kareem Hamilton down the left sideline. Hamilton at the 40, one man to beat. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Kareem Hamilton, 61 yards on the first play from scrimmage. But there is a flag. There is a flag lying down at the 38 of Priory. So that appears that will negate the touchdown run, a hold against the Explorers. And I suspect it was one of the wide receivers downfield blocking for Hamilton, and I'm not sure he needed the block or the hold. But nonetheless, instead of a 61-yard touchdown run, they'll walk it off 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and the net on the play will be 12 yards. That'll be a first down for the Explorers. But it takes 6 points off the board. Penalties and turnovers, those are always keys, and both have come into play thus far.
As you usually do in that first game of the year.
1st and 10 Explorers at the Priory 48-yard line. Marquette sends a receiver wide to the right side. That's Keyshawn Young. Danny Holtz wide left. From the pistol formation, here is the give to the fullback right up the middle, but I think they're blowing this play dead prior to the play. The whistle seemed to come awfully early. The fullback is Brandon Kaiser, and it's offside against Priory. And that was prior to the play. So the first penalty of the night against the Rebels. It'll be 1st and 5 for the Explorers. So an Explorer penalty negates a touchdown run by Kareem Hamilton. And on the next play, a 5-yard walk-off against the Rebels as they lined up offside. Brandon Kaiser, the fullback behind Jack Miller, who's in the pistol formation. Michael Ford and Kareem Hamilton are the wingbacks, and here's the handoff to Ford. Ford trying to turn that right corner on that jet play, and he picks up only a yard. May not have gained anything. Yeah, they'll put him down at the 43 for a gain of 1 on the first carry of the season for Michael Ford. He's a returning starter. Really the only returning starter in the backfield. Although Jack Miller has been a starter since his sophomore year, just at different positions than quarterback. Second down and a long 4 for the Explorers at the Rebel 43-yard line. The clock rolling with 8:40 remaining in the thus far scoreless first quarter. Receivers left and right, double wing formation. From the pistol formation, Miller puts a man in motion, takes the snap and drops the throw. Looks deep down the middle. He's got Keyshawn Young wide open. Underthrows him. Young makes the catch at the 10, eludes a tackler, and takes it in for the touchdown. A 43-yard touchdown pass from Jack Miller to Keyshawn Young. No flags on the field this time, and the Explorers have a 6-0 lead. Luckily, Young saw that pass was grossly underthrown. He was 10 yards behind any defender. He stopped, waited for the football, and made the catch. It comes with 8:21 remaining in the first quarter. Now Nick Hofert with the extra point attempt. Out of the hold of Jack Miller. They line it up. The snap, high snap, the spot is down, the kick is up, high, long, and it's good. 8:21 remaining first quarter. The score, Marquette 7, Prairie nothing. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
Are all about
red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
With John Rogers back at Public School Stadium in Alton, where Marquette leads Priory 7-0. The Explorers scored twice on that possession. On the first play of the drive, Kareem Hamilton took it 61 yards, but it was called back on a holding penalty. And 2 plays later, Miller hit Keyshawn Young from 43 yards out for the touchdown. Now a deep kick by the Explorers' Brogan Fisher, and a nice return by Priory. On the return is John Agnew, and Agnew weaves his way all the way out across the 35 to the 38 or 39 yard line. He fielded that kick all the way back inside his own 5-yard line, and they'll put it down at the 38, and Priory will start its second possession right there, 1st and 10. The Rebels picked up a first down on their first possession, but then turned it over, a fumble recovered by the Explorers. 1st and 10, and Nagowski takes the snap and drops to throw. Looking out to his left side, swings it out, and the running back makes the catch. That's Thomas Raybuck, and Raybuck, a short gain out across the 40. They'll put him down at the 43, and that gain goes for a gain of 5 on that completion from Nagowski to Raybuck.
The tackle was made by Nick Hofert, a 6'1", 195 junior linebacker.
Hofert was a starter at linebacker last year and distinguished himself. And back this year as a junior. 2nd and 5. Rebels from their own 43. Here is the give to Raybuck right up the middle, and he has first down yardage as he dives forward out to the 49-yard line. And now a flag is thrown well after the play and thrown in the Marquette defensive backfield, so this may not bode well for the Explorers. Then Michael Ford picks the flag up, and he'd be just as well advised to leave it alone. So a 6-yard pickup on that carry by Raybuck, and then a flag after the play.
They're talking, it's like a crackback.
It's a personal foul against the Explorers. Apparently a late hit because the flag came well after the play had been completed. So the second major penalty of the night against the Explorers. And that'll give Priory a free 15. They had picked up the first down anyway, but instead of having the football near midfield, they'll have it down at the Marquette 36-yard line. And David Nogowski sets the team immediately once they spot the football. Trips to the right side. A quick pass out to the right side. They complete it there at the 35. The receiver spins off a tackle by Nick Holford and spins his way down to the 30-yard line. Making the reception was John Rhodes, his second reception of the night. He picks up 6.
And making the tackle was Kareem Hamilton. Hamilton is a 6'1", 165-pound sophomore. And he got over there with some speed, Hamilton did.
2nd and 4 from the pistol formation. Here is the give right up the middle to Raybuck, and Raybuck stacked up after a short gain. He picks up 2 down to the 28-yard line. Raybuck's third carry of the night for 13 yards, and it's going to bring about 3rd and 2 for the Rebels at the Marquette 28-yard line. Nogowski, a senior quarterback, Raybuck, the senior running back, distinguished themselves last year in a 6-5 season. Now from the pistol formation, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers left, 1 right, and here is the give to Raybuck. He runs into the other running back. That slows him down, and the Explorers stack him up after a 1-yard gain. It's going to be 4th and 1. A bit of a busted play there as Raybuck took the handoff and then ran into the blocking back.
Right. That's exactly what happened.
So 4th and less than a yard for the Rebels. The ball spotted just inside the 28-yard line, and they have to get down to near the 26. Here's the quarterback sneak, and it's going to be a first down for Nogowski as he took it down to the 25-yard line. He just took it on a quick snap and picked up 2. He only needed 1. The 3rd first down of the night for the Rebels. Their 2nd of this possession. Nogowski's 2nd carry of the night. 1st and 10 Priory. Marquette leading 7-0. 5:35 and counting remaining in the first quarter. Nogowski from the pistol formation takes the snap, gives it off to Raybuck, and Raybuck takes it inside the 25, working the left side of the line, takes it down to about the 22-yard line. A gain of 3 on that carry, 2nd and 7 for the Rebels.
Holford just missed tackling him deep in the Priory backfield. He just got an arm tackle on him, and that didn't pay off.
Out of that pistol formation, they run an option. That was a read by the quarterback. He put it in the belly of his running back and had the option to pull it out and keep it himself. 2nd and 7, and here is the give once again. Raybuck right up the middle, and tough sledding there. He picked up about 2 down to the 20-yard line. 5 carries for 16 yards for Thomas Raybuck, and it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Rebels at the Marquette 20-yard line. Marquette has some beef up there along the front line. A.J. Lipka stands out. 6 foot 289. Now here is the give to Raybuck, working the right side. He breaks a tackle and takes it down to the 10-yard line. And a pickup of 10 on that carry, and another first down for the Priory Rebels. Thomas Raybuck picked up 10 on that carry. He only needed 5. So the 4th first down of the night, the 3rd of this drive for the Rebels. They're doing a good job of mixing the pass and the run. Nogowski 3 for 3 in the passing department. Now from that pistol formation with trips to the left side, the wide side of the field, here is the give to Nogowski, or rather Raybuck, right up the middle. And he is stacked up for no gain on that carry. One of the first men to meet him for Marquette was Mason Schroeder, 5'8", 245.
That's square.
Yes. 2nd down and nearly 10 after a gain of about a foot on that carry. And Nogowski takes it himself, working the right side, steps inside the 10, takes it down to the 9-yard line. A gain of only 1 on that carry, as that was a quarterback run all the way. And the Explorers did a good job of stringing it out to the near sideline. now Nick Hofer with an equipment problem, sent off the field by the officials. And so on this crucial third down play, he'll be on the near sideline. 3rd and 7 at the 8-yard line. They can get a first down just inside the 1. Nogalski puts a man in motion to the right side, and he's going to throw under pressure. Steps up. Now he's got an open lane to the end zone, and he walks in for the touchdown from 8 yards out. Marquette got pressure on him, but once he stepped past the oncoming rusher, there was nobody else to the left side of the field, as they had trips to that side, and they cleared everybody out. And Nogalski walked in from 8 yards out. He comes with 2:26 remaining here in the first quarter, and the Rebels can tie it with an extra point. They put the tee down, so they will attempt to kick it. And the kicker, Jacob Walburn, but now they've got a mix-up out there, and they don't have the right personnel for the extra point attempt. The officials apparently being lenient, as they just now mark the ball ready for play. So the extra point attempt to tie it, to snap, the spot, the kick. It's up high, long, and good. 2:26 remaining in the first quarter. The score now, Marquette 7, Priory 7. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports. Gusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got Thorpe, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from.
Yeah! Woo! RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Barry Macias, professional, independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All of your protection under one roof.
Agent help you check it off your list and off your mind, leaving you free to ponder. If there's a new car scent, why isn't there a new home scent?
American Family Insurance. Contact Barry Waller, your American Family Insurance agent in Upper Alton at 462-2900.
For the first time this season, Marquette will return a kickoff. Keyshawn Young, along with Kareem Hamilton, actually Michael Ford and Kareem Hamilton, back deep to return. And it will be Hamilton from the 12, out across the 15 to the 20, trying to find the right sideline across the 25 to the 30, tripped up there, and dives forward to about the 35-yard line. And that's where the second Explorer possession will begin, with the game tied at 7. It didn't take Marquette long to score on their first possession, despite having a 61-yard touchdown run called back 2 plays later. They got a 42-yard touchdown pass, 43-yard pass from Jack Miller to Keyshawn Young. And now the Explorers start 1st and 10 from their own 32. They send Danny Holtz wide to the left side. Double wing formation. Miller, the quarterback, works from the pistol formation with the fullback, Brandon Kaiser, behind him. They put a man in motion. There is the give to Kaiser up the middle. He crosses the 32 and takes it out to near the 33-yard line. A gain of 1 on the carry for Brandon Kaiser, his first carry of the night. Of course, Derek Starrett was the fullback last year and distinguished himself, and now it's Brandon Kaiser, a 5'9", 175-pound sophomore. Two receivers to the left side for the Explorers, a wing to the right. Miller on 2nd and 9 hands it to Kareem Hamilton, who tries to turn that left corner, and he dives forward for a couple yards out to the 35-yard line, a gain of 3 for Kareem Hamilton. And it's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Explorers. Actually, just a gain of 2 for Hamilton on that carry. 3rd and 7 for the Explorers. Their first third down attempt of the night. So a fullback dive and then a sweep to the left. And with the clock rolling with 1 minute remaining in the first quarter, Marquette sends Keyshawn Young wide to the left side. Danny Holtz wide left, and Young wide right. And now we've got movement up front. Let's see who moved first. Was it Marquette or was it Priory? It was the Rebels, a 5-yard walk-off against them. So what was 3rd and 7 becomes 3rd and 2, and that's a big difference.
Yeah, in this situation, it really is.
So 3rd and 2 for the Explorers from their own 40-yard line as they send a play in from the near sideline. Coach Tim Nelson. New defensive coordinator this year is Dwight Tunget, who was the Alton Redbird head coach last year. Now receivers left and right, double wing formation. Miller in the pistol. Gives it to the fullback Kaiser. He breaks a tackle and finds running room out to the right side. Finds the right sideline. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Brandon Kaiser. He was stacked up as he tried to go up the middle. Bounced it outside to the right. But now there is a flag all the way back at the Marquette 45-yard line. And this one will come back. So the second long touchdown run of the night called back for the Explorers. And that won't even give them a first down because that flag is lying at, well, they're going to move the flag. There were 2 flags, and the hold apparently took place at the Priory 46, so it will give Marquette a first down. But, boy, Kaiser showed some speed.
Well, what was impressive, he bounced outside, and you, as you said, Sam, showed us some speed. But again, the foul, the holding foul was on the wideout over here to the right side, and just as the same thing happened earlier in this period.
So a net of 4 on the play, the 3rd major penalty of the night for Marquette, the second time they've had a holding call negate a touchdown, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Explorers from their own 44 when the second quarter begins. After 12 minutes of action at Public School Stadium in Alton, the score, the Marquette Explorers 7, the Priory Rebels 7. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
Stem along with John Rogers back at Public School Stadium in Alton, where Marquette and Priory are tied at 7 as we begin the second quarter of action. Marquette took a 7-0 lead on its first possession. A 43-yard touchdown pass from Jack Miller to Keyshawn Young. And then Priory answered with a touchdown drive of their own. Marquette with its second possession of the night. Marquette has had 2 long touchdown runs called back on holding penalties. 1st and 10 Explorers from their own 44-yard line. Now the ball is loose. Miller picks it up and then decides to cover it back at his 35. A loss of 9 on that play as he went to make a handoff and the running back wasn't where he thought he was going to be. And the ball hit the turf and Miller picked it up and thought about running around with it and then wisely went to a knee.
Well, I think it was going to be a crossing counter, and
somebody didn't cross.
Well, the guy that Miller was faking to, he hit him right on on the hip. That's when the ball pounced out.
Second down and 19 for the Explorers from their own 35-yard line. Receivers left and right. Miller in the pistol formation, hands it to Ford. Ford turns it upfield, crosses the 40, and powers his way out to the 41-yard line. A gain of 5 on that carry for Michael Ford. Only his second carry of the night. Ford, Hamilton, and Kaiser have all carried twice thus far this evening. Miller yet to attempt a pass. Well, no, that's not true. He threw a touchdown pass. What I should say is he's not thrown an incomplete pass. Neither quarterback has. Nogalski is 3 for 3 for 24 yards, and Miller 1 for 1 for 43 yards and a touchdown. Danny Holtz wide left, Keyshawn Young wide right. Double wing formation. Miller turns and fakes the handoff, now throws it downfield, incomplete. Not sure who his intended receiver was because both Kareem Hamilton and Keyshawn Young were in the vicinity, and that's not the way you draw it up.
I think the intended receiver was Hamilton, but Miller, I don't think let Hamilton clear the underneath clutter in there.
So now fourth down for the Explorers, and Nick Hofert back in punt formation. Stands at his own 29-yard line awaiting the snap. A high snap over his head, bounding all the way back at the Marquette 10-yard line, and Hofert just falls on it inside the 10, and that mistake will cost the Explorers dearly as Priory will start 1st and 10 at the Marquette 9. Now wait. The officials huddling. The referee has his hands in the air and was blowing his whistle and calling the other officials together. And let's see what this is all about. Can't imagine what the discussion would be about unless for some reason they feel like they hadn't marked the ball ready for play. That would be a huge break for Marquette if for some reason the play doesn't stand. As it was, a 32-yard loss as the snap sailed over Hofert's head, and he went back and covered it at his own 9-yard line. Now they're calling coaches from each side out to midfield. I wonder if maybe there were some extracurriculars going on and they're, well, I don't know. I don't have any idea what this is all about.
Well, there are no flags on the field.
Not a flag at all. Oh, and apparently they want some kind of an announcement made. Oh, apparently there's a whistle in the stands. So that explains it. The officials detected a whistle that was being blown in the stands.
Therefore, you should get that play over, right?
Well, I don't think so. It doesn't look like that's what's going to happen. So a 32-yard loss on that play as the bad snap went over the head of Nick Hofert. And Priory will start 1st and goal at the Marquette 9-yard line. This game tied at 7. Trips to the right side. David Nogalski in the pistol formation with Thomas Raybuck behind him. Trips to the right, another receiver to the left. 1st and goal at the 9. And here's the give to Raybuck, working the right side. He's stacked up after a short gain. He might have gotten one down to the 8-yard line. Maybe 2 yards on the play. Now they'll put it down at the 8. A 1-yard gain for Raybuck. 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line. The clock rolling with 9:55 remaining in the second quarter. We're tied at 7. Now trips to the left side, the wide side of the field. And again, the give to Raybuck right up the middle. This time he finds a little running room and pounds his way down to the 5-yard line, a gain of 3 on that carry for Thomas Raybuck. It'll be 3rd and goal at the 5. Well, nothing fancy on those two plays, just straight ahead handoffs to Raybuck. Raybuck, 6 foot 190, a senior. Again, trips to the left. Nagalski in the pistol with Raybuck to his left. Nagalski, long count, takes a snap, lofts it into the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown. Making the touchdown reception was Dan Watson, and Nagalski just threw that one up for grabs, and Michael Ford went up and couldn't get up quite high enough, and it fell into the hands of Watson, who was behind him. A 5-yard touchdown pass from Nagalski to Dan Watson, and Priory has its first lead of the night. And now Jacob Walburn will attempt the extra point to make it a 7-point lead. So what in essence was a Marquette turnover, not officially a turnover, but now here's a low line drive kick, and did it go through? Yes, it did. The kick is good, and with 9:06 remaining in the second quarter, the score now is Priory 14, Marquette 7. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
Set, hit. Protection. Can anyone over there give me protection?
Danny Holt.
Put me in, coach. I can offer protection.
Set, hit.
Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Walburn's kick is deep, taken by Kareem Hamilton at his own 3. He takes it out across the 15 to the 20 to the 23-yard line, and that's where the Explorer offense will take over 1st and 10. But Coach Rogers, early season mistakes, the kind of mistakes you fear early in a season. Marquette's had 2 touchdowns called back, and then the bad snap over the head of the punter. Otherwise, it might be 14 or 21 to nothing Marquette, but they've set Priory up by making those big mistakes.
Well, Priory hasn't had the best opportunities. They had a fumble that set up the first score for Marquette.
So 1st and 10 for the Explorers from their own 23. Receivers left and right. I exaggerate when I say 21 to nothing. Marquette did convert on 1 touchdown that was called back, but penalty did cost him a 2nd touchdown. Now a quick pitch back, and here is the fullback, Kaiser, and Kaiser powers his way out across the 25, out to the 27, almost the 28-yard line. A gain of about 5 on that carry for Brandon Kaiser, and Miller got that pitch away just in time and then took a big hit as they ran the option there. Well, we'll call that a gain of 4 for Kaiser. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Explorers from their own 28-yard line. Kaiser, 3 carries for 9 yards. He had a long touchdown run called back. Young wide right, Holtz wide left. Ford in motion to the right side, and they hand it to Ford on that jet play. Ford makes a move at the 30, down the right sideline. He's at midfield and bumped out of bounds at the Priory 45-yard line. And some beautiful moves there by Michael Ford. Good for a Marquette 1st down. 28 yards on the carry for Michael Ford. And he'll break a few this year with moves like that. And the speed.
It's the old leg, give the leg and take it away. It's exactly what it was, twice.
3 carries for 34 yards for Ford, the 4th 1st down of the night for the Explorers. 1st and 10 at the Priory 45-yard line as we play approaching the midpoint of the second quarter. Here is the give to Kaiser, the fullback, and Kaiser inside the 45 down to about the 41-yard line. A gain of 4 on that carry for Brandon Kaiser. And he's shown some flashes here early.
Well, if you're going to run this type of offense, I think I'm repeating myself, you need a good fullback, somebody to make yardage up the middle.
I think I've heard that somewhere before.
Okay. 26 years does that to you, does it, Sam?
9 times a year, at least 9 times a year for 26 years. 2nd down and 6. And now whistles and flags prior to the snap. And let's see what this infraction is all about. You know, the officials aren't in mid-season form either. Offside, the 3rd offside call against the Rebels. Those are their only 3 penalties. 3 times they've lined up offside.
Are these guys NFL officials?
No.
Looking
well,
for
they
work?
could be. They could be. So it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Explorers at the Rebel 36-yard line. Yeah, we counted it up before the broadcast, and this is the 26th consecutive year in the booth for John Rogers and Sam Stem. They told us we had to do it until we got it right, and we're still trying. Here is Kaiser. Kaiser breaks a tackle. Off tackle right. Still on his feet and bumped out of bounds on the near sideline at the 23-yard line. Brandon Kaiser, a gain of 12 on that carry, and another 1st down for the Explorers. Gain of 13, actually. Kaiser now 5 carries for 26 yards. Just a straight-ahead handoff. He took it off tackle right and then cut it to the outside and was finally bumped out of bounds.
Well, that's what's so exceptional for that kid being a sophomore, being able to kick it to the outside and turn on the gas.
On the 1st down play, now they give it on a wing counter. It's Kareem Hamilton trying to turn the left corner, but the Rebels string it out well and throw Hamilton for a loss back near the 25-yard line, a loss of a couple on the carry. And the counter didn't fool the Rebels as the right side of the defense stayed at home. And Hamilton, running to the wide side of the field, wasn't able to outrun him. Finally tried to turn it upfield, but was thrown for a loss of 2 on the carry. 2nd and 12 for Marquette at the Rebel 25-yard line. Down to 6:05 remaining in the 2nd quarter. The Rebels lead it 14-7. Receivers left and right. Hamilton in motion to the left side. They hand it to Ford on a counter to the right. Ford finds the right side. Ford at the 15. Ford at the 10. 5. Touchdown, Michael Ford. Well, once he turned that corner, there was very little doubt as he was running to the right side of the field, the wide side of the field. A 25-yard touchdown run for Michael Ford, and the Explorers can tie it with an extra point. I think Michael Ford's going to give us some thrills this year. He hammed it up a little bit, diving into the end zone. That wasn't totally necessary, was it?
Which league is it where it's illegal? I think it's the pros.
So the extra point attempt off the toe of Nick Hofert, up high, long, and no good, wide to the left. So with 5:47 remaining here in the first half, the score is Priory 14, Marquette 13. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
If you want your...
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got Thorpe, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from...
Yeah! Woo! Illness. Call us now to set up an appointment at 462-2222. We believe it could make all the difference. St. Anthony's, the science of medicine, the heart of healing.
Brogan Fisher kicks it away for the Explorers, and it'll be taken at the 2 by the return man out across the 10 to the 15 to the 20. Finds the right sideline, and look out here across midfield, and Fisher makes a touchdown-saving tackle. The kicker held back and made that tackle at about the Explorer 41-yard line, but there's a flag lying all the way back at the 24 of Priory, and that'll take it all the way back. So near disaster there for the Explorers is going to turn out all right. First, thanks to the what appeared to be a touchdown-saving tackle by Brogan Fisher, and that was a sure tackle, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And then ultimately the holding call, the first major penalty of the night against Priory, and that's going to set them up inside their own 20-yard line. So instead of the great field position it appeared they were going to have, they're back deep in their own territory. Again, that was John Agnew on the return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Priory from their own 14-yard line. The Marquette defense a little slow getting out onto the field, but the officials haven't marked the ball ready for play, and they wait for the Explorers as Priory was up on the line of scrimmage ready to go. Nagowski puts a man in motion to the left side and swings it out to the left side, and it's dropped by a wide open receiver. The intended receiver out there was number 39, John Rhodes, who's already caught 2 passes, and he dropped that one. Otherwise, he was going to have a nice gain, probably a first down and then some. The first incomplete pass of the night thrown by Nagowski, and that wasn't his fault. That was a case where Rhodes tried to run with it before he caught it. 2nd and 10, Rebels from their own 14-yard line. Quick pass out to the right side is completed there, and the receiver takes it out near the 20 where he's tripped up. Making the reception was Dan Watson, and Watson picks up 5 on the play. He caught the touchdown pass earlier, a 5-yard touchdown pass. And that time it was just a quick swing pass out to the right side, and then he tried to cut it up the middle. 3rd and 5, Rebels from their own 19-yard line. A pair of receivers to each side of the field. Nagowski operates from the pistol with Raybuck to his right side. Quick pass out to the right side, good for a first down.
Maybe.
Yeah, they'll give him forward progress out to the 25. And making the reception that time, good for 6 yards, was Patrick O'Brien. And now Nagowski is 6 of 7 on the evening for 40 yards and a touchdown. 1st and 10, Rebels from their own 25-yard line. Trips to the left side, a quick pass out to the right side, and again, that's Watson making the reception. And again, it's good for 5 yards out to the 30-yard line. So Watson has caught 3 passes, each one for 5 yards. 6 first downs on the night for the Rebels. The clock rolling with 4:10 remaining here in the first half. Priory leads it 14-13. Trips left, another receiver to the right side, and now the give to Raybuck right up the middle. Raybuck breaking tackles, has first down yardage and then some. Out to the 39-yard line. A gain of 9 on that carry for Thomas Raybuck, and another first down. They'll say his knee went down at the 38, so it's a gain of 8. And he's carried for 38 yards on 9 attempts. The 8th first down of the night for the Rebels. The clock rolling now with 3:50 remaining in the half. 1st and 10 Priory. Nagowski, long count, takes a snap, rolling to his left, lets it go downfield. He's got his receiver out across midfield to the Marquette 45-yard line. He hit his tight end. 17 on that play. Making the reception was Thomas Burton, and another first down for the Rebels. Line of scrimmage, the Explorer 45, as we're down to 3.5 minutes remaining in the half, and now a timeout on the field. Timeout taken by the Explorers. The score, Priory 14, Marquette 13. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
When you
purchase materials for your home improvement project at Fisher Lumber, you've made...
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
Wide side of the field, quick pass out to the left side, and that's completed and good for yardage inside the 30, down to the Marquette 25-yard line. A gain of 15 for Dan Watson on that quick hitter out to the left side. Another first down.
What Priory is doing is that with the corners, the Marquette corners that far off, they're just running that little dip pass out into the flat and getting what they can, and they've been getting a lot.
From the pistol formation, David Nagalski with Raybuck to his right, gives it to Raybuck up the middle, and Raybuck stacked up after a short gain. He picks up 2 down to the Explorer 23-yard line. Nagalski 10 carries for 40 yards. Second down and 8. Down to 2:53 and counting remaining in the first half. Second and nearly 9 for the Rebels. Trips to the right side. And here is the quarterback keeping it himself as they ran the option there. He faked the handoff to his running back and kept it himself and took it down to the 20, and then a late flag comes in.
It's a hold.
I think it is a hold against Priory, and that will hurt. Instead of 3rd and 5, they're going to have 2nd and long. The flag lying just inside the Explorer 25-yard line. They'll walk it off 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and it's going to make it 2nd and nearly 20. They'll put it down at the 34-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 19 for the Rebels after the holding call. That is their 5th penalty of the night. 2 holds, 3 offsides penalties. They roll the clock now with 2:25 remaining in the half. Priory with a 1-point lead, 14-13, as we play late in the first half. A pair of receivers to each side of the field. Nagalski drops to throw, swings it out to the left as they run a wide receiver screen, and the Explorers defend it well as that goes down to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 on that completion from Nagalski to number 88, Thomas Burton. And it's going to be 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12, Priory at the Marquette 27-yard line. A big play here. They send 3 receivers to the right. Another receiver wide left. That's Watson, who's been Nagalski's favorite receiver, and they give it to Raybuck. He's going to throw, and he's got a man wide open in the end zone. That's a touchdown. A touchdown caught by Patrick O'Brien as they ran a nice fake into the line. Fooled me and fooled the Explorer defense as well. A 27-yard touchdown pass from Nagalski to Patrick O'Brien. And the Priory lead is 7, and they can tack on more. O'Brien's 2nd reception of the night. The 2nd touchdown pass of the night thrown by Nagalski. And now Jacob Walburn will attempt the extra point. So, that was a long touchdown drive by Priory, an 86-yard touchdown drive following the Marquette touchdown. Now the extra point attempt up high, long, and no good. Wide to the right. So the Explorers get that one back. 1:26 remaining in the first half. It's Priory 20, Marquette 13. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
Set, hit.
Protection! Can anyone over there give me protection?
Danny Holt.
Put me in, coach. I can offer protection.
Set, hit.
Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Football season means fall is upon us, so before the games, the fall cleanup and honeydews must get done. St. Peter's Grand Rent.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
20-13, and a pooch kick by the Rebels, and the Explorers let it hit, and Ford's going to pick it up inside his own 20, trying to find the right sideline, and he's got a little bit of running room out there, out across the 30 to the 40 to the 44-yard line. And Michael Ford, a nice return there. Priory did not want to kick it deep to Hamilton and Ford, but the Explorers let that pooch kick hit and bound back to Ford. It worked out all right, but that's a dangerous thing to do, too, because if it kicks back the other way, it might end up in Priory's hands. But Ford got a nice return out to the 43-yard line, so the Explorers now have a minute 18 and a pair of timeouts to try to get something done here, trailing by 7 late in the first half. And apparently the Explorers don't have the right personnel on the field. They're a man short. And they get a receiver to the far side of the field, but they better snap it quick or they're going to get a delay of game. Miller in that pistol formation puts Ford in motion to the right side, takes the snap, rolls to his right, lets it go. Ford has it on the near sideline, out across the 47, across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. A gain of 4 on that completion, and it stops the clock as Ford stepped out of bounds. Second down and 6 for the Explorers from their own 47-yard line. Danny Holtz wide to the left side. Keyshawn Young wide right. Double wing formation. Hamilton in motion to the left side. And they swing it out to the left side and complete it to Holtz out there. And he's thrown for a 4-yard loss as he tried to turn it upfield. And now he's down and injured.
Well, that if you're going to throw that ball out in the flat like that, you need to throw a bullet. The quarterback, Miller, just hung it up. And he hung up Holtz.
So now they stop the clock, an injury timeout with 58 seconds remaining in the half. A reminder that following the game, we'll name the Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game. Who will it be? Well, we've got a lot of action to go yet before we'll have any idea, but at the moment, it's Priory leading Marquette 20-13. Marquette will face a 3rd and 10 after the loss of 4 on that pass from Miller to Holtz, and then Holtz, after being taken to the turf, appeared to be in some sort of distress. They're out there tending to him. Now it looks like he's up and he may have rolled an ankle, a knee.
Well,
maybe he's got a cramp.
He was slow getting onto the field 2 plays ago.
Yep.
I guess I'm going to have to go down and see him tonight, tuck him in.
They help him to the near sideline, and he's a little gimpy. We'll put him down on the bench and let somebody attend to him. 3rd and 10, Explorers from their own 43-yard line, and Miller rolls to his left, looking downfield, lets it go just as he's hit. and the pass is incomplete, and that will put Marquette in a punting situation with 45 seconds remaining in the half. So Miller was under heavy pressure and really got nothing on the pass. And it never did reach the receiver. Skipped shy. And now here's adventure number 2 here.
Yep.
Last punting attempt. The snap went over Nick Hofert's head and set up a Priory touchdown as they took over first and goal inside the Marquette 10. Now it's a good snap, and Hofer gets a low line drive kick away that they let hit and then pick up at the 27 out across the 30. On the return, that's John Agnew, and he weaves his way out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And let's see what Priory elects to do with 32 seconds remaining. That was our first punt of the night. Marquette intended to punt once before, but that went awry with a bad snap. So they'll put the football down at the 35, 1st and 10 for Priory right there. The Rebels leading by 7. Marquette took the early lead, but since then they've been outscored 20-7. 20-13 is where it stands now. Back to throw. Nagalski's hit and he's sacked. So nothing doing there as the Explorers came hard. And the first man there was David Drysdale, and then A.J. Lipka was there to help finish him off. So a 10-yard loss, not quite 10, a 7-yard loss on the sack. 2nd and 17, and now
there's the
Priory will not take another snap to let the time expire. And at halftime, a fairly entertaining half. At halftime, the Priory Rebels from St. Louis, 20. The Marquette Explorers, 13. Back with the halftime wrap in just a moment. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Barry Macias, professional independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All of your protection under one roof.
Tornadoes, even fires that can cause heartbreaking damage to your home or business. If it happens to you, call Jung Construction because they have the experience of 4 generations and 66 years and are highly recommended by major insurance.
We'd like to ask that everyone please remain off the field and off the track during the game and during the halftime, please. Parents are responsible for their children. Please keep them off the track during the game and in the stadium stands, please.
Set, hit.
Protection! Can anyone over there give me protection?
Danny, hold.
Put me in, coach. I can offer protection.
Set, hit.
Not only could
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Barry Macias, professional, independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All of your protection under one roof.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
Set, hit.
protection. Can anyone over there give me protection?
Danny, hold.
Put me in, coach. I can offer protection.
Set, hit.
Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Barry Macias, professional, independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All of your protection under one roof.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick?
Unveil the player of the game. At the half, it's Priory 20, Marquette 13, back with the second half kickoff. After these announcements, you're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
One of the most important purchases you make in life, other than your home, is your vehicle. Woodman Collision Center, the trusted name in the Riverbend, understands your concerns. When you need paint or body repair, the experts at Woodman Collision will help with your claim and smooth out the wrinkles on your family's prized possession. Visit us for a free estimate, except nothing less than the best. Woodman Collision Center on Albee, one block behind Alton Square Mall, 466-1450.
Summer's here, and my home is full of more things than I can keep track of.
Whether you rent or own.
Yes,
Thank God I'm tall.
The Quincy Notre Dame Marquette game is the live game.
And what's game 2 next week, do you know?
Sometime
anywhere. Just another reason that Z1570 and AltonDailyNews.com is the high school sports leader in the Riverbend.
You are eligible to join Alton Community Federal Credit Union if you live or work in Madison County. Alton Community Federal Credit Union now offers home equity and mortgage loans as well as online banking, 24-hour ATM, low-rate Visa card, and car loans as low as 2.99%. Get all the details about how to enjoy all the benefits and more at Alton Community Federal Credit Union on Albee Street behind Alton Square. It's where you belong.
My name is Sam Stem. Alongside, it's John Rogers, Public School Stadium in Alton. It's the season opener for the Marquette Explorers and the Priory Rebels. Priory leads 20-13 as we get set for play here in the second half. Next week, Marquette home again on Friday night, hosting Quincy Notre Dame. And we'll have that game for you live next Friday night. Centralia and CM will be game 2 of our broadcast doubleheader next Friday evening. But Marquette and Quincy Notre Dame, and Marquette starts the season with 3 straight home games. And week 3, it'll be their first conference game. So that'll be a new adventure as Marquette plays for the first time in the reconfigured Prairie State Conference. Now I'm trying to think. I'm sure if I start naming all the teams, I'll miss somebody, but it's Metro East Lutheran and Bunker Hill and Nokomis and Mount Olive and South Fork and Decatur Lutheran. Did I miss anybody?
I think that's it.
That may be it. Took me 19 years to figure out who was in the South Central, and then. But I'll say this much: Marquette is fortunate that they found a conference to land in, because you have to feel a little bit for Wood River. It's tough to be in an independent and try to put together a football schedule, as Marquette knew for many, many years. But it's even tougher now.
I've been there.
Yeah, it's even tougher now. Marquette doesn't even have I'm sure if Roxana had the opportunity, they'd love to schedule a game against Marquette, but they're back in the South Central. They've got 9 conference games, and that's it. They don't have any non-conference games.
And that's the same thing with Quincy Notre Dame.
Yeah.
They are an independent also.
Yeah. So, all right, Marquette will have the first possession as the second half gets underway. And the kicker for Priory, Jacob Walburn, has the ball teed at his own 40-yard line. And maybe lightning will strike here, figuratively, We don't even want to see a flash of lightning anywhere.
Was that last year?
That was last year. We had some lightning flashed out around Highland, and we sat here for 45 minutes while the officials waited until they saw no more. All right, all set for the kick, and it's a high, deep kick, and Michael Ford will return from his 6. Right up the middle, across the 15 to the 20, and hemmed in and brought down shy of the 30-yard line, and the Explorer offense will take over 1st and 10 right there. Let's see where they put it down, at about the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 Explorers. Jack Miller, the senior quarterback, leads his offense back out onto the field. Now, it was negligent, not looking to see if Danny Holtz shook off that injury, but he's not out on the field. The receiver wide to the left side now is Riley Bamper. Keyshawn Young wide to the right side. They put Ford in motion to the right side, and Miller runs the option, keeps it himself, and picks up a yard at best out to the 29-yard line. He faked the handoff to the fullback and then tried to follow him through the hole, but there wasn't much of a hole there, and Miller picks up a yard. 2nd down and 9 for the Explorers.
You only do that if you miss the fullback and he's home free, you just follow him right up that hole.
Bamper wide left, Young wide right. Double wing formation. Miller in the pistol, hands it to Kareem Hamilton on the jet play. He reverses his field. Miller tries to give him a block. Hamilton cuts inside the block, and Kareem Hamilton dives forward to the 32-yard line. He was about a half step from breaking that all the way. He was also about a half step from losing about 15 yards. As it turned out, he gained about 3. He ran about 40 yards to gain 3. But there was nothing there on the jet play. They completely had that hemmed in. And when he reversed his field, Miller threw a good block for him here on the near side, and Hamilton cut inside that block, had one man to beat, and he would have been gone. So now 3rd and 6 for the Explorers from their own 32. And there's a bad snap picked up by Michael Ford. Ford running room. Ford right up the middle. Ford's going to go all the way. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Michael Ford on a busted play. He goes 68 yards for a touchdown.
I have never seen that, Sam. The ball bounced off the turf right into Ford's arm. The hole opened up, and he was gone.
It didn't take long to figure out he was gone either. As soon as he broke the line of scrimmage, my answer to Danny Holtz, the question whether he returned, he does not, as he's got his left ankle wrapped and he's being taken to the locker room. So we've seen the last of him here tonight. But Michael Ford, a 68-yard touchdown run on a busted play. And now the extra point attempt off the toe of Nick Hofert. The snap, the spot, the kick. Up high, long, and good. Out of the hold of Brandon Kaiser. And with 10:19 remaining in the third quarter, we're tied. It's Marquette 20, Priory 20. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
Lane at Roberts Motors, you never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
Set, hit.
Protection! Can anyone over there give me protection?
Danny Holt.
Put me in, coach. I can offer protection.
Set, hit.
Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
And they'll say his knee went down at the 38, and that's where the Rebels will take over on their first possession of the second half. On the first down play, here is the quarterback right up the middle, and he gets good yardage out across the 45 out to the 47-yard line. David Nagalski out to the 46, and a gain of 8. Nagalski's 5th carry of the night. I think that play was designed to go to the right, and it was sealed off, and he just took off right up the gut and picked up 8. A man in motion to the left side. Nagalski from that pistol formation swings it out to the left side, incomplete, and it's probably just as well because Riley Bamper was there and he was going to bury the intended receiver, John Rhodes. So now 3rd and 2 for the Rebels. Just underway in the second half. A big crowd on hand here at the football field on State Street, Public School Stadium. Now it's Nagalski keeping it himself, and he spins out of a tackle and spins out to midfield for a gain of 4 on that carry and a first down, the 11th of the night for the Rebels. Somebody hit him behind the line of scrimmage, but he was able to spin out of it.
Well, what it was the up back. He bellied the ball to him, and just as he bellied it to him, the fullback got banged, and he just pulled it out and went right up inside.
From midfield on the first down play, the ball loose on the turf. A bad snap, and the Explorers have recovered. Marquette is on the football at the 45, or are they? It sure appeared that they were, but the officials have not indicated, and I think they're marking the ball for play, second down. Yes, somehow Priory got on that football. It goes for a 6-yard loss. I was certain I saw an Explorer, but he may not have covered it. He may have rolled off of it. So a 6-yard loss, 2nd and 16, Priory from their own 44. And here is Nagalski keeping himself, sweeping the right side. He gets most of that 6 back before he's bumped out of bounds on the far sideline. Priory moving from our right to our left, from east to west here at Public School Stadium. A gain of 4 on that carry for Nagalski. And it's going to be 3rd and 12. A big opportunity for a stop here for that Explorer defense. The Rebels send 3 receivers wide to the left side. That's the wide side of the field. The wing is to the left as well. And looking out to his left is Nagalski. He's under some pressure. The official finally throws the flag because there was a blatant hold as the Explorers were putting pressure on Nagalski. The pass downfield is broken up. Keyshawn Young gets a hand on it, but I'm not sure who it was for the Explorers. I think it was David Drysdale who was in there putting pressure on Nagalski, and he was held repeatedly and eventually just tackled. And the referee was having a hard time getting that flag out of his pocket, finally got it loose. And Marquette now is going to decline the penalty on the incomplete pass, and it's going to be 4th and 12 for Priory. I was about to come out of the booth because I kept wondering where the flag was. So the first punt attempt of the night for the Rebels. And their punter stands back inside his own 35. Keyshawn Young, the deep man for the Explorers. A high snap, but the kicker gets it away. And it'll hit and bound into the end zone. Lucky for Marquette, it didn't die inside the 5. And Marquette will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20. Young wisely did not attempt to field that as there were 3 Rebels bearing down on him. So a nice punt by John Vitale. He's one of the co-captains. A senior lineman. And the Explorer offense, which puts 7 points on the board on the first possession of the second half, takes over here with 8:21 remaining in the third quarter, and the game tied at 20. Young wide to the right side, double wing formation, and here is Miller keeping himself, now pitches it back, and is Ford down the right sideline, and Michael Ford, after that last moment pitch by Jack Miller, Ford run out of bounds here on the near sideline after a gain of how much? Where are they going to put it down? Right at the 30-yard line, a gain of 10 and a first down for the Explorers.
That was a nice-looking play, but that causes ulcers for coaches, I tell you that. As close as that was.
Miller was being hit as he pitched it. So they ran the triple option there. And now here's the give to Hamilton on the jet play to the left side. Kareem Hamilton cuts it upfield, dragging tacklers with him out to the 35-yard line, a gain of 5 for Hamilton. I have been impressed by Priory's contain, as Marquette on numerous occasions has tried to run that jet play, and Priory has done a pretty good job of stringing it out. That time Hamilton found an opening and cut it upfield.
But what Marquette needs to do is to run a counter off that jet play. Hopefully they've got it in by now.
2nd and 5. Keyshawn Young wide right. Riley Bamper wide left. And here is that counter off that jet play, but the give is to the fullback. And he goes nowhere, actually thrown for a 2-yard loss, Brandon Kaiser, and that play didn't look right from the beginning.
No, it didn't.
But that's what they were attempting, wasn't it? They counter off that jet play, and a loss of 2 by Kaiser on that carry. And it brings about 3rd and 7 for the Explorers from their own 33-yard line. The clock rolling with 7:03 remaining in the third quarter. This game tied at 20. Priory led 20-13 at halftime. Now Marquette set a couple of receivers wide left, but it's a delay of game against the Explorers.
They've been close several times tonight, Sam, on the delay of game.
The 4th penalty of the night against Marquette for a total of 40 yards. Their first non-major penalty. I guess that'd be a minor penalty.
It was a major one here.
It was. It turns 3rd and 7 into 3rd and 12. The line of scrimmage now, the Marquette 28-yard line. And even after the delay of game, they're a little slow getting to the line of scrimmage. Riley Bamper wide left. Keyshawn Young wide right. Double wing formation. Miller in the pistol formation. Drops to throw. He's hit. The ball is loose. And who's on it? I think Marquette recovered the loose football. One of the linemen came back. But just as Miller went to deliver the football, he was hit. And recovering the fumble from Marquette was Charlie Scholler. Is that right? A freshman defensive lineman. Number 70. Number 70 is Charlie Scholler, a freshman. So that brings about 4th and about 20 for the Explorers from their own 20-yard line. Nick Hofert, standing back inside his own 10, gets a good snap and gets the kick away. It's a wobbly kick here to the near sideline. They let it hit, and it takes a big Marquette hop. It hit at the 45 and rolls all the way down to the 30-yard line where Keyshawn Young downs it. Now, Mike Slaughter.
Who?
Mike Slaughter, former football coach, current principal.
Oh, okay.
I think he played for you once.
Yeah, that's right.
He coached for you, did he? No, he never coached for you, did he?
Yes.
No, he did coach for you. Okay. Well, he tells me that when you don't field a punt, on average it's about 15 yards. of roll. So if you can come up and field a punt on the fly, you're going to save yourself 15 yards, and that's exactly what it was there.
If you're playing on turf.
Yeah.
If you're playing on grass, it doesn't matter.
Now here is a low snap, and the quarterback picks it up and is swarmed under. David Nagalski loses 5, 6, 7 yards on that play. Let's see where they put it down, 6. A loss of 6 as I think the center's getting tired. He's been in that pistol formation all night. And, the last several snaps have been a little bit errant. And that'll throw a quarterback off a little bit too. If he starts worrying about where the snap's going to be, he's not quite as quick to scan the field. Good snap there. Nagalski wants to throw under pressure, hit, and spun around and finally brought to the turf. A host of Explorer tacklers in there, and they're just kind of teeing off now. A loss of 5 on that sack. And among the tacklers, perhaps the first to get there, Mason Schroeder. A loss of 3 on that sack. And now it's 3rd and about 19. 3rd and 19 for the Rebels from their own 21-yard line. They put a man in motion to the right side. Nagalski back to throw, a middle screen. He hits his man, he breaks a couple of tackles, and he's out across midfield to the 40 of the Explorers before Keyshawn Young tackles him all the way down at the Marquette 32-yard line. It looked like Marquette had that hemmed in, and now a late flag is thrown as well. That play went from the 22 of Priory to the 30 of Marquette, and then I think Marquette's going to get a personal foul at the end of the play, as apparently there were some extracurriculars after that.
I think it's Priory.
47-yard completion, personal foul. It is Priory. A personal foul, so it came after the play. The play will stand, I believe. No. Yeah, they're going to walk off 15.
Yeah, it was a dead ball foul.
Yeah. So a 47-yard completion, his first completion of the second half by Nagalski. It went to John Rhodes. Their 12th first down of the night, and then the 15-yard walk-off. So Marquette dodges a bit of a bullet, but they had him hemmed in 3rd and 20, and they threw a little safe middle screen, and Rhodes broke a couple of tackles en route to the 48-yard pickup. Now here's the give right up the middle, Raybuck. Thomas Raybuck down to the Marquette 40-yard line, a gain of 5 on that carry. Maybe 6, as they'll say, he made the 44-yard line. Raybuck's first carry of the second half, 2nd and 4 for the Rebels at the Marquette 44-yard line. 3 receivers to the right side, another receiver to the left. Here is the quarterback keeping it himself after faking the handoff, and he finds all kinds of running room. Now cutting to his right, Nagalski all the way down to the Marquette 20-yard line. A gain of 19 on that carry, and another first down for the Rebels. Nothing fancy about that. Nagalski faked the handoff to Raybuck, followed him through the hole, and then cut it out to the wide side of the field and found plenty of running room. 1st and 10 at the Marquette 21-yard line. This game tied at 20. We're down to 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And here is the give, and it's right up the middle goes Nagalski. And Nagalski finds good running room, picks up 6 down to the Marquette 15-yard line. He faked the handoff to Raybuck and kept it himself, and now Marquette wants a timeout. It comes with 2:40 remaining in the third quarter. It's Marquette 20, Priory 20. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias. your local independent insurance agent at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Barry Macias, professional independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All of your protection under one roof.
As we come your way live from Public School Stadium in Alton on a Saturday night, the season opener for the Marquette Explorers taking on Priory of St. Louis. 2nd and 3 for the Rebels at the Marquette 14-yard line. Priory converted on a 3rd and 20 with a screen pass, and now they threaten to regain the lead. Nagowski takes the snap, gives it to Raybuck up the middle, and he scampers in for the touchdown. Thomas Raybuck, a 14-yard touchdown run, and the Rebels have regained the lead. Just a straight-ahead handoff to Raybuck, and from 14 yards out, he went in virtually untouched. And Priory is back on top. And now Jacob Walburn will attempt the extra point. They line it up. The snap, the spot, and the spot is no good. And so now they're going to throw it into the end zone. And they convert for 2 points. As the holder threw it and hit Gussie Bush. I'm not kidding. Gussie Bush, number 7, makes the reception for the 2-point conversion, and that makes the score with 2:35 remaining in the third quarter. Priory 28, Marquette 20. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
Set, hit.
Protection! Can anyone over there give me protection?
Danny, hold.
Put me in, coach. I can offer protection.
Set, hit.
Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
28-20, the Rebels lead it, and we're all set for the kickoff. And it's a squib kick taken by one of the upmen for the Explorers out across the 35 to the 38-yard line. It was Blake Bamper, who's normally a lineman, and he grabbed the football. His first inclination was to cover it and just go down, and he thought, well, I can run for... I'm sure he thought he had about 20 yards out in front of him, and he made it about 6. But he protected the football.
Yes,
he had 2 hands on it at all times. And when the contact came, he went down quick. 1st and 10 for the Explorers from their own 39-yard line. Marquette has not led since the first quarter. They tied it early third quarter, but Priory has regained the lead. Now they run the option to the left side and pitch it back. And the fullback, Kaiser, picks up positive yardage out across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Michael Ford a little slow in getting up, so he was out leading that play as well. A gain of 4 for Brandon Kaiser. 7 carries for 28 yards for Kaiser. Ford, the leading ball carrier for the Explorers, 6 carries for 137 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hamilton had a long run as well. It was called back on a holding call. Receivers left and right, double wing formation. 2nd and 6, Marquette from their own 43. Here's a counter to Ford. Ford trying to find an opening and finds nothing and manages to take it back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to be 3rd and 6 for Marquette. You don't want a 3 and out here.
No, not at all.
Down to 125 and counting remaining in the third quarter. Priory with the biggest lead of the night, 28-20. Marquette again slow getting the play in and then taking an awful lot of time in the huddle. 3rd and 6 Explorers from their own 44-yard line. It's a short 6. And Miller back to throw, rolling to his right. Now he's going to run with it. Miller has first down yardage as he dives across midfield down to the 49 of the Rebels. A gain of 6 on that play for Jack Miller. And a first down for Marquette, their 9th of the night. It keeps the drive alive. They stop the clock to reset the sticks. Now they roll the clock with 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 1st and 10 Explorers at the 49 of Priory. Riley Bamper wide left. Hamilton goes in motion to the left side. The give is right up the middle. That's the fullback, Kaiser, and Kaiser tried to kick it outside to the right side and just failed to keep his feet. He picked up 4. He might have had a lot more, but for the shoestring tackle. And that is going to be the final play of the third quarter. After 3 quarters, the score: Priory 28, Marquette 20. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
The final 12 minutes is on the clock. Sam Stem along with John Rogers back at Public School Stadium in Alton. The Marquette Explorers trail Priory here in the season opener 28-20, but Marquette on the move. 2nd down and 6. Now they were ready for play and they stopped everything. And now they mark the ball ready for play. 2nd and 6 Explorers at the 45 of the Rebels. Jack Miller from that pistol formation puts Hamilton in motion to the left side, and they run the option back to the right side. Miller keeps it himself inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line. He'll be very close to another first down. So they brought all the motion to the left side and then reversed it and ran the option back out to the right. And they stopped the clock but signal a first down. So a pickup of 6 on that carry for Jack Miller. And the 10th first down of the night for the Explorers. 1st and 10 at the 39 of the Rebels. It would behoove Marquette to get in the end zone on this possession. They send Riley Bamper wide to the left side. They have a tight end to the left as well. Put a man in motion to the left side. That is Kareem Hamilton. They hand him the football. Hamilton tries to turn that left corner and just couldn't get the corner turned. Again, Priory doing a good job of stringing it out. Everybody stayed home. And it was a gain of maybe a yard for Kareem Hamilton. If he does turn the corner, look out. But they have contained him pretty well. He broke one for an apparent 61-yard touchdown on the very first play from scrimmage on Marquette's first possession, but it was called back on a holding call. 2nd down and 9 for the Explorers, and here's Michael Ford sweeping the right side. Ford turns it upfield. He's going to have first down yardage inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. A gain of 10 on that carry for Michael Ford. And there is a flag at the point of the tackle. It's another personal foul against Priory. Meanwhile, Ford is slow in getting up. Although Keyshawn Young is intent upon dragging him to his feet, finally Ford is up, but he is gimpy. So it'll be a walk-off, half the distance to the goal line from the 28 down to about the 14-yard line. And Marquette will operate 1st and 10 from right there. Ford stayed in the game. So apparently Keyshawn Young knew what he was doing. He knew Ford wasn't really hurt. Told him, get up, let's go. 1st and 10 Marquette at the 14 of the Rebels. Receivers left and right, double wing formation. Miller from the pistol formation gives it to Kaiser. Kaiser working off tackle left. And he picks up a couple, but not much more. A gain of maybe a yard down to the 13-yard line for Brandon Kaiser, as a host of Priory tacklers were awaiting him. Actually, no gain on the play whatsoever. It'll be 2nd down and 10, Explorers at the 14 of the Rebels. Bamper wide left, Keyshawn Young wide right. Now Marquette has 2 men in motion, and that'll cost him 5. Both Ford and Hamilton went in motion, and Hamilton realized once he moved that he wasn't supposed to be and tried to stop, and by then it was too late. So 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 15 back at the 19-yard line. Still early fourth quarter, 10:03 remaining in the fourth quarter. Each team has scored in the second half. Priory led by 7 at the half. They lead it by 8 here, as they got a 2-point conversion on their touchdown late in the third quarter. And here is Miller running the option to the right side. Pitches it back to Kaiser, and Brandon Kaiser, good yardage before he's bumped out of bounds down around the 10-yard line. He picked up about 9 on that carry. They'll say he went out at the 11, so it was an 8-yard pickup. Brandon Kaiser, 10 carries for 40 yards. 3rd down and 7 for the Explorers at the 11 of Priory. A big play here. Down to 9:52. The clock is stopped after the out-of-bounds play. Receivers left and right, double wing formation. Miller puts a man in motion to the left side and pitches it back to Kareem Hamilton. He tries to turn that left corner. This time he does, but he's tracked down from behind and bumped out of bounds at the 5. It's going to be 4th and 1. He picked up 6. He needed 7. Somebody dove at his feet from behind and just bumped him out of bounds as he turned that left corner. And it will be 4th and 1 for the Explorers. Well, what do you call here?
Fullback.
Or a quarterback sneak if they don't cover.
Yeah. But they've got him covered.
4th and 1 for the Explorers at the 5 of the Rebels. And now a timeout is called. It's called by the Explorers. That's their second. They'll have 1 remaining. 9:44 remaining in the fourth quarter. Priory 28, Marquette 20. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
Play in this ball game upcoming. 4th and 1 Explorers at the 5 of the Rebels. And now Marquette comes out and goes double tight with a power I formation behind Jack Miller, who for the first time tonight is under center. They pitch it to the right side. Michael Ford, and he walks in from 5 yards out. A 5-yard touchdown run by Michael Ford, his 3rd of the night. And now Miller is slow in getting up as he took a hit after pitching that ball back. And now Marquette, I'm sure, will go for 2 to try and tie the football game. And I would suspect they might go from the same formation. So on 4th down, the 5-yard touchdown run, the 3rd of the night for Michael Ford. 9 carries for 152 yards and 3 touchdowns for Ford. Makes it 28-26. And it is the same formation. Strong to the left side this time, and they pitch it back, and here's Ford trying to go to the left side. He's in for the 2-point conversion. And with 9:39 remaining in the 4th quarter, we are tied, and now Ford is down and injured. I think that's Ford. He took it in, it's just cramps. Ford is down with a cramp, and it is warm, and it is early in the season, and after you run for 152 yards and 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion, I guess you might cramp up.
Yeah, you ought to.
Yeah. 9:39 remaining 4th quarter. Marquette 28, Priory 28. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
Set, hit.
Protection! Can anyone over there give me protection?
Danny, hold.
Put me in, coach. I can offer protection.
Set, hit.
Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center, located in Roberts Service Department. Quick Lane provides quick service by factory-trained technicians, and you don't need an appointment. You can wait in the new customer lounge that offers free wireless internet, TV, and refreshments. Quick Lane has extended hours through the week and is even open on Saturday. Way to serve you better with Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center.
Sam Stem along with John Rogers back at Public Schools Stadium in Alton. This game tied 28 after Marquette fashioned a touchdown drive that was capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run on 4th and 1 by Michael Ford. Then Ford took it in for the 2-point conversion. Ford finally just now being brought to his feet after going down in the end zone, which we believe is due to cramps. Be sure and stay tuned, because following the game we'll name the Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game, and I would say Michael Ford is in the running. Cramps or no cramps. And so now Priory.
For those people over 60, don't go to bed. Just hang in there. We're going to have a dandy one.
There is the kick by the Explorers, and it eludes Agnew, the deep man. They kind of pooched it down there, and Agnew had trouble fielding it, finally had to fall on it. It's 15, so Priory will start deep in their own territory. Well, Marquette put together a nice drive, and the timeout, I think, was well taken when they faced 4th and 1, because they came over, talked it over, For the first time, Miller went under center. They put a power I formation behind him and pitched it to Ford, and he sprinted to the end zone and then ran the same play to the left side. The touchdown play went to the right side, the same play to the left side for the two-point conversion. Now Nagalski in the pistol formation, gives it to Raybuck, and Raybuck fumbles the football, and I think Marquette is on it. They are at the 30-yard line. So Raybuck ran for 15. He was hit, and I think it might have been Kareem Hamilton that hit him.
I think it was.
And the ball came loose, and the Explorers recovered. So a big turnover there. The second turnover of the night by Priory. So after Raybuck picked up 15, he coughs it up. That was only his second carry of the second half. First and 10 Explorers at the 30 of the Rebels. Marquette stays in that power I formation, double tight. And here is the give to Hamilton, the tailback, and he finds an opening. He was one step from breaking it, but takes it down to the 19-yard line, Kareem Hamilton. And I'll tell you what, another half step and he was gone. 11 yards on that carry and a first down for the Explorers. Their 12th of the night. Hamilton, 8 carries for 38 yards. So Marquette changing it up here after running from the spread, the double wing formation out of the pistol. They go double tight, power I formation with Miller under center. First and 10 at the 19. Here's the give to Hamilton. Bounces it outside to the right side, and he is thrown for a loss. A nice tackle there by Will O'Brien.
Well, if O'Brien hadn't been there, he was gone.
It was a touchdown. And he really got him with an arm tackle. Hamilton's not very big. How big is he? Let me look here. They list him as 6 foot 165. He is a sophomore, by the way. We saw him some last year as a freshman. Second down and 14 Explorers from the 24 of the Rebels. Double tight, power I formation. The pitch back to Hamilton, trying to sweep the left side. Tries to turn that left corner. He does at the 20. Stays on his feet at the 15 and bounced out of bounds inside the 12-yard line. Boy, he made a nice move at the 15. I thought he was going to be pushed out of bounds. And he picked up 11 on that carry. Ford apparently still unable to go with those cramps.
No, he was out there.
Or was he out there? But Hamilton, the feature back, at least on this series. So now it's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Explorers at the 12 of the Rebels. Yeah, Ford is out there. Now he's the tailback. Power I formation, strong to the left side. And here's the give to Michael Ford, and Ford puts his head down and has first down yardage. So he dives down to the 7-yard line, a gain of 5 for Michael Ford. First and goal for the Explorers. Well, that turnover could be the play of the game if the Explorers can convert here.
Well,
but still plenty of time left.
Well, I was going to say the Explorers should try to take as much time as possible.
But the main thing is to get in.
Right.
Yeah. First priority. First and goal at the 8 of the Rebels. Power I formation. Now they give to the up man, the fullback. And I believe that's Kaiser. And he moved the pile for a couple yards down to the 6. Brandon Kaiser picked up 2 on that carry. Second and goal at the 6 for the Explorers. The clock rolling with 7:25 remaining. This game tied at 28. Marquette tied it moments ago, forced a turnover, and now they're looking to take the lead. The give is to Michael Ford. Off tackle left, breaks a tackle. He's in for the touchdown. Michael Ford with his 4th touchdown carry of the night from 6 yards out, and the Explorers have regained the lead for the first time since the first quarter. Well, if he was ailing from cramps, he wasn't ailing there. It comes with 7:10 remaining. The 4th touchdown run of the night for Michael Ford. 163 yards rushing on 11 carries and 4 touchdowns. And now Nick Hofert will attempt to make it a 7-point lead. The snap, the spot, the kick, it's up high, long, and it's good. 7:10 remaining 4th quarter. The score now, Marquette 35, Prairie 28. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Football on WBGZ Alton. A whale of a game here tonight, the season opener for the Marquette Explorers. They've trailed by as many as 8, and they've now matched their biggest lead of the ball game, 7, with 7:10 remaining here in the 4th quarter. And Brogan Fisher will kick it away, and a dandy kick all the way into the end zone, 2 yards deep, an automatic touchback. 1st and 10 for the Rebels from their own 20, so if they want to have a chance of tying it, they're going to have to go at least 80 yards. So the Explorers, the beneficiaries of 2 turnovers and each of the 2 fumble recoveries by Marquette tonight, 1 in the 1st quarter, 1 here in the 4th quarter, each has led to a touchdown drive, and the Explorers lead it 35-28. And Nagalski leads his team out onto the field. 1st and 10 from their own 20 are the Rebels. Here is the give to Raybuck. And Raybuck crosses the 25 and takes it out to the 27-yard line. Thomas Raybuck, his 12th carry of the night, picks up 7. 12 carries for 46 yards. Picked up 6 on the carry. 2nd and 4 for the Rebels from their own 26-yard line. Trips to the right side. Here is Nagalski. Keeps it himself right up the middle. 1st down yardage out across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 for Nagalski. 13 carries for 50 yards for him on the evening. The 14th first down of the night for the Rebels. Each team has 14 first downs. Of course, that's unofficial. Those are my stats. But it's close. 1st and 10, low snap. Nagalski picks it off the turf, but now he's hit and sacked. He is brought to the turf by none other than David Drysdale. The sack results in a loss of 7 all the way back to the 25-yard line, 2nd and 17. Clock continues to roll with 5:53 remaining in the 4th quarter. Marquette with a 7-point lead. Receivers left and right. Nagalski again, a low snap. All kinds of time this time. Looking downfield. Now he's going to take off. Now he lets it go downfield and just throws it away, incomplete. And it's going to be 3rd and 17.
Well, he tried to set up that screen that went so well for them the last time. And the Marquette defenders smelled it out and just clogged that area off to the left.
Only his 3rd incomplete pass of the night. 3rd and 17 Priory from their own 25-yard line, their own 26. Nagalski swings it out to the right side. He's got his man, that's Raybuck, down the right sideline. Kareem Hamilton grabs him and throws him out of bounds up at the 32-yard line. good for a gain of 11, but it's going to bring about 4th and about 9. Fourth and 9, and they're going to go into punt formation. Vitale standing back at his own 18-yard line, awaiting the snap. Have to be aware of a fake here. High snap. He is going to kick it. He gets the kick away, and Keyshawn Young will watch it sail out of bounds here on the near sideline. It hit right at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Explorers will take over. Intent, at the very least, of running 5:18 off the clock, because that's what remains. And if the Explorers can protect the football and burn the clock, they will start 1-0. Marquette, by the way, is qualified for the IHSA playoffs, a school record 6 consecutive years. And have their sights on making it 7 this year. And a win here tonight would be a good start. A non-conference game against a
pretty good customer.
A good opponent. Quincy Notre Dame comes in next week. Marquette stays with that power I formation. Here is the give to the tailback. That's Hamilton, bounces off and tries to make something out of nothing, and instead turned it into about a 9-yard loss. And that's probably not the area of the field where you want a guy to be creative.
No.
That's, I would say, a bit of a sophomore mistake. I'm sure when they look at the films, it'll be pointed out to him that
hopefully
we don't need an 8-yard loss right here. 2nd down and 18 for the Explorers from their own 12-yard line. Double tight formation, power I, behind Miller, who's under center, pitches it back. This is Keyshawn Young. Keyshawn Young down the left side. Oh!
Face mask.
And he was clotheslined at the very least. I don't see a flag. Keyshawn Young running out of the tailback position, found some running room up the left sideline, took it from the 12 all the way out to the, where are they going to put the ball down? The 25, and no flag, unbelievably. 26, they'll put it down, a 14-yard pickup for Young. If it wasn't a face mask, it was a clothesline.
I don't think that's illegal in high school.
Really? Well, if it isn't,
it
it ought to
should
be. Yeah. 3rd and nearly 4 for the Explorers from their own 26, and now Marquette will use its final timeout. It comes with 4:26 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Marquette 35, Priory 28. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? If you never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
3rd and 4, Marquette, the pitch back to Michael Ford. Ford breaks a tackle. Ford down the right sideline.
He's gone.
Ford to midfield. He'll go all the way for his 5th touchdown of the night. Michael Ford. 75 yards, and that'll seal the victory for Marquette. Wow. It looked like he might be hit and stopped short of the first down. He broke that tackle, burst through the line of scrimmage, and it was apparent he was gone before he reached midfield. A 75-yard touchdown run, 238 yards rushing, and 5 touchdowns for Michael Ford.
Do we need a vote?
I don't think we're going to need to vote on player of the game. I think Munganast Alton Toyota would sue us for malpractice if it's not Michael Ford. Nick Hofert out of the hold of Brandon Kaiser. The snap, the spot, the kick up high, long, and good. 4:14 remaining fourth quarter. Marquette 42, Priory 28. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
Set, hit.
Protection! Can anyone over there give me protection?
Danny Holt.
Put me in, coach. I can offer protection.
Set, hit.
Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Playing both ways.
And playing both ways. But he kind of put this team on his back. Let's give his offensive line some credit, though, too, because there have been some holes for him to burst through. But once he breaks that line of scrimmage, look out. Brogan Fisher, he's getting a workout, too. And, again, he puts it 2 yards deep. And I'll tell you what, that's quite a weapon. If he can do that consistently through the season, that is a huge weapon.
We haven't had one of those for a long time.
It's been a while.
I think it was Hendrick?
Somebody like that. He wasn't the only one, though. There were some others that did a good job, especially on the kickoffs, of putting it consistently into the end zone. And that makes a big, big difference when the opposition has to go 80 yards every time. Now Nagalski with his team trailing by 14. This is the biggest lead of the ballgame for either team. And here's a pass out to the right side, and the ball comes loose, and they'll call it an incomplete pass. Nagalski hit Jacob Walburn, and it looked like Walburn took a step or step and a half and then was hit, and the ball came loose, but they ruled it incomplete. No, they didn't rule it incomplete. They gave him the 5-yard reception and said he was down before the ball came loose. Now Nagalski. He's going to run with it. Up the middle he goes, tiptoeing his way past the line of scrimmage. 2 Explorers are down and injured. I think they ran into each other. They went to hit Nagalski, and they hit each other. And they're both down and all the way back at the 29-yard line. Meanwhile, Nagalski took it all the way out to the 37 for a first down. Pickup of 7 on that carry for Nagalski. Now they're going to attend to the injured Marquette players.
He has to go out.
David Drysdale was one that was down and injured. They're both up. Who was the other one? 77 is A.J. Lipka. So Lipka at 289 pounds and Drysdale at 210 pounds hit each other, and that's about a quarter of a ton of impact. So they're both out momentarily. 1st and 10 Priory from their own 37. Nagalski over the middle, finds his man. Making the reception, Dan Watson. Watson still on his feet across midfield down to the Marquette 44-yard line. A gain of 17 on that play and another first down. $15 of 18 on the night for Nagalski for 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now Nagalski will throw again, swings it out to the right side. Actually, that was a lateral, and it went, that was a backward pass. He didn't intend for it to be, and Rayburn made the reception and was brought to the turf immediately. Raybuck, I'm sorry. Turned out to be a loss of 10 yards. Now here's a completion down the middle. And making that reception was Rhodes. And a big pickup on that play of 22 yards. Rhodes with his 4th reception of the night. Now, there's contact before the ball got there.
Woo.
But I don't think they threw a flag. Incomplete pass. Brandon Kaiser hit the receiver before the ball got there. It stops the clock with 3:03 remaining. 2nd and 10.
And Kaiser hurt himself. Hurt his hand.
Yeah, well, I think his hand hit the helmet of the intended receiver. 2nd and 10 for the Rebels at the Marquette 30-yard line. Marquette leading by 14. Now Nagowski under heavy pressure, floats it out to the left side and just throws it away. He has great presence back there. You can tell he's a senior. He's been doing this a while. Now 16 of 21 for 212 yards for David Nagowski. Down to 2:57 remaining. Marquette with a 14-point lead. Nagowski drops the throw. He's got time. Looking downfield, going for the end zone, and that one is incomplete. He threw it about 5 yards out of bounds. Marquette had double coverage back there on Dan Watson, and it's going to bring about 4th and 10. Well, you can understand Priory's thinking here. They think, well, if we can get in, then try an onside kick, or even kick it deep, they've got 3 timeouts remaining, we'd have a chance to maybe come back. But they have to get in here, and they have to convert on this 4th down play.
I would say they'll run the screen, because that has been their best weapon, throwing the football. They have to throw.
And back to throw Nagowski. He's looking downfield. He's got a man down the middle, and is broken up by Michael Ford. Well, if he wasn't going to be player of the game before that, he is now, huh? They had a man momentarily open down at the 5-yard line. The intended receiver was Patrick O'Brien, and Ford broke on the ball at the last moment, made the decision to cut in front of O'Brien and try and break it up, and got there just in time and batted it away. If he'd have been a half step short, it would have been a touchdown. So Marquette will take over on downs with 2:43 remaining, and all they need is a couple of first downs here to pack away a victory. Jack Miller under center, turns, gives it. Kareem Hamilton, the tailback. Hamilton on his feet, fighting for yardage out at the 35. At some point in time, you need to stop fighting and just go down so they can't tear that ball loose. But Hamilton picked up 5. I'll tell you what, these running backs, they aren't big, but they're tough. Ford's tough, and so is Hamilton. And they've distributed the ball well. Kaiser 11 carries for 42. Hamilton 12 carries for 42. Ford 12 carries for 238. Power I formation, strong to the right side. Miller taking his time as we're down to 2 minutes and counting remaining here in the 4th quarter. Takes a snap, pitches back to Hamilton. Hamilton trying to find the right sideline. Hamilton still on his feet. Hamilton's going to go all the way. Kareem Hamilton on his feet. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Kareem Hamilton from 65 yards out. Well, we kept saying if he ever turned the corner, he'd be gone. That time he turned the corner.
What was the distance?
65 yards. Hamilton 13 carries for 107 yards rushing on the night and a touchdown. And that'll give Nick Hofert a chance to kick another extra point. It'll also prolong the ball game because I'm sure Priory will come out and start chucking it again. Holford's kick up high, long, and good. 1:43 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's now Marquette 49, Priory 28. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's the best we can do next week. Next Friday night, Quincy Notre Dame here to take on the Explorers. Now Agnew on the kickoff return. Right up the middle he goes. He lost the football. And who's on it? If Priory recovered the fumble. The Rebels, the only 2 turnovers of the evening, and they both cost them. They both led to Marquette touchdowns. But a lot of people will wake up tomorrow, hear the score, 49-28, if that's the way it ends. Say, well, Marquette won in a cakewalk. No, Marquette trailed by 8 as we started the fourth quarter.
Just read the box score.
That's it. So now Nagalski with his team trailing by 21. Quick pass out to the left side. He completes that for a gain of about 15. On the reception was Dan Watson.
Explorers have a freshman in the secondary, Alex Cowens, number 6. And he's coming off.
1st and 10, quick pass out to the right side, a completion there. And looking for the sideline, the receiver, and he's bumped out of bounds at midfield, a gain of 10. Making that reception for Priory was Cole Esparago. And a 10-yard pickup and another first down. But the Explorers are playing a prevent defense at this point in time. They just don't want anybody to get behind them. They'll give the other underneath stuff. And now Watson makes another reception as Nagalski hits him on the near sideline, and he's bumped out of bounds by Brandon Kaiser. A gain of 4 on that completion to Watson. (19 of 26 for Nagalski. Back to throw once again. Lets it go deep down the left side, and that is a sliding catch at the 5-yard line. A dandy catch by number 87, Jacob Walburn. It comes with 1:01 remaining. From the 44 to the 5, a 39-yard completion. First and goal for the Rebels. Quick pass out to the left side, and it's dropped. An incomplete pass to Dan Watson as he tried to run with it before he caught it. 20 of 28 in the passing department for David Nagalski for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns. But
it's a nice night.
It is a nice night. But really, they didn't have a running game to complement it. If the running game had gone a little better, it might have been a problem. Now here is a touchdown. Raybuck right up the middle. Thomas Raybuck, a 5-yard touchdown run. And that'll put 6 more points on the board for the Rebels. But it's going to be too little too late with 50 seconds remaining. And they will attempt to add the extra point here off the toe of Jacob Wahlberg. Out of the hold of Agnew. .49-34, the snap dribbles back, and it set the timing off, and the extra point is no good.
Where was Gussie?
49-34. Earlier when they had a bad snap, Agnew got up and threw it and connected with Gussie Bush in the end zone for a 2-point conversion. And everybody had a cold one. Cold drink of water.
That was why they were late. They forgot Gussie.
They forgot Gussie. They had to go back and get him. 49-34, the Explorer lead. And now I suspect we'll see an onside kick. So it'll be some practice for the Explorers. They put there are a lot of backs and ends out there. I don't see any linemen at all. Do you?
54, 50.
Well, a couple linebackers, but no 70s.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 in the front wall. They don't have to have. They have to have 5. They could have more.
You got 5 in the front wall, and then 5 more about 8 yards back. And they pooch it to the second line, and it's taken by Michael Ford, who goes to a knee at the 40-yard line. So the Explorers now need to run 48 seconds off the clock. They'll start the season 1-0 and welcome Quincy Notre Dame next Friday night here at Public School Stadium. We'll have that broadcast for you live right here on C1570. So we invite you to tune in. And, of course, as always, we stream all the games as well. So if you have friends and relatives out of town who are Explorer fans and they want to listen to the games, just tell them about AltonDailyNews.com. They can go on there and listen to the live streaming. We also archive every game. Every high school broadcast since 2005 is in the archive. So if you want to go back and relive some memories, you can do that too. Now whistles and flags prior to the snap as they pitched it back to Keyshawn Young. Now somebody needs to tell these backs that, hey, if you burst through the line of scrimmage,
fall down,
and keep the clock running.
Also, you need to have your ends or tackles get on the field. I believe it was number 65 who was late coming on.
And that caused a procedure penalty against the Explorers. So now Priory takes a timeout. Well, we've had some outstanding performances here. Normally, a performance like David Nagalski's would be something to note. 20 of 28 pass attempts. 20 of 28 for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns. But his team's going to lose by a couple of touchdowns, in part because of the night by Michael Ford. Ford, 12 rushes for 238 yards and 5 touchdowns, plus a 2-point conversion run that came at a crucial time. Plus, he played outstanding defense as well, broke up a potential touchdown pass here earlier in the fourth quarter. And so Ford is going to get our nod as the Munganast Toyota Player of the Game. Now from the power I formation, the pitch back to Keyshawn Young. He breaks tackles, and Keyshawn Young has one man to beat. He cuts it back at the 30. He is going to go all the way for the touchdown. Keyshawn Young, 65 yards for the touchdown, and the Explorers are running wild.
Speed kills.
Nobody told him to fall down. 65-yard touchdown run for Keyshawn Young. Still 34 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter, so we'll have another kickoff. Nick Hofer.
Now, this isn't like running up the score.
No, it's just a simple running play that the Rebels can't defend. Nick Hofer's kick is no good, wide to the left side. So with 34 seconds remaining, the score now is Marquette 55, Priory 34. You're listening to Z1570 Radio Sports.
Set, hit.
Protection! Can anyone over there give me protection?
Danny, hold.
Put me in, coach. I can offer protection.
Set, hit.
Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
53.
Take it. Well, Marquette has outscored Priory 35-6 here in the fourth quarter. 35-6. The Explorers trailed by 8 when the fourth quarter began. And now the Explorers have a 22-point lead. And Brogan Fisher will kick it away again. He might have to ice his leg after the game. This one taken by one of the upmen. He was on his knees back at the 17-yard line, and they'll blow it dead right there. And at some point in time this evening, sometime before midnight, the final 31 seconds will tick off the clock. It's been a long fourth quarter, but a satisfying one for the Explorers.
Yeah, we've been through the other kind, too.
For the people over 60, is it okay for them to go to bed now?
Yeah, but get up early because there may be another score.
Well, Marquette does have some reserves and some freshmen in the defensive backfield. Now, Priory's just got to hand the football off and try to run it out. Here's Agnew on the carry, and he picks up about 15 out to the 31-yard line. So Priory sees the inevitable and figures there's no sense prolonging the misery here. The clock rolling now with 22 seconds remaining. They may run one more play. Nagowski turns, hands it off. No gain on the carry. And that, I think, will be the final play. And if it is, it'll be a 55-24 victory. Yeah, Priory will not run another play. And the game is over. Marquette wins its season opener before a big crowd here at Public School Stadium. The Explorers 55, Priory 34. Back to wrap it up in just a moment. You're listening to Z1570.
For centuries, farmers wished for it. Native American.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Tom Lane, State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Barry Macias, professional, independent insurance agents. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance. All of your protection under one roof.